Dear sisters, today is March 10th, 2024, and the sun is shining brightly. This year, on March 8th, we celebrated the 113th International Women's Day. This means that for 113 years, diverse slogans and messages have been championed across various stages. Since 1948, we have also celebrated our nation's independence, embracing different modes of festivity. Yet, throughout these years, our discourse has often trodden the same paths. Throughout these years, we, women, have laboured tirelessly. We have endured hardships, earned our livelihoods, stood up against injustices, and then toiled once more. For 200 years, we have plucked tea leaves in plantations until our hands developed calloused skin and scars. For 46 years, we have washed dishes in the Middle East, enduring at times both torture and harassment. For just as long, we have toiled in garment factories, standing and sewing tirelessly. We have earned dollars for the country, fulfilling the visions of our politicians. Our relentless work has paved the way for infrastructure, like buildings and roads, all made possible by the wealth generated through our blood, sweat, and tears. Yet, the question remains, have we been able to savour the fruits of our labour? After exhaustive days at work, we return home, only to embark on a second shift of unpaid labour. Nobody is there to acknowledge it with a simple word of thanks. No one greets us with a comforting cup of tea. Instead, the government reports that only 36% of women are employed in our nation. We accepted this without questioning, lacking the courage to ask, isn't the work we do at home also considered work? Why is this so? From childhood, we were conditioned to accept everything without questioning. The education we received reinforced this mentality. In schools and at Sunday religious classes, we were taught to become ladies, not women. We learned to emulate Vishaka's grace and Yashodhara's patience. We were consistently discouraged from being playful and taking risks, instructed that good women do not engage in such behaviours. We were told that good women or ladies know only how to cook and bear children. If we dared to question, we were labelled as troublesome or bad women. Our value was judged by our income, attire, and language. We were not acknowledged as complete social beings, but were often subjected to derogatory terms in both Sinhala and Tamil. Politicians instilled fear in us, delivering speeches about poisonous koththu and bras, claiming they would make us infertile. For fear that our nation would become barren, we voted for those politicians unquestioningly. Politicians who promised to change our lives invariably deceived us, and we were all too easily deceived. We came to view politics as merely a game of deception. We concluded that politics was unsuitable for women. We saw only those politicians who aggressively competed against one another and paraded in luxurious vehicles, like V8s, after their electoral victories. We believed that a woman was only fit for politics if she were a widow or had a deceased father. Convinced that women were mere ornaments to be displayed, we confined ourselves indoors, lamenting our fate as females. Our daily existence was a relentless cycle of working, weeping, and working again. It was through the NPP groups that we realized politics influences every aspect of life, including love, relaxation, enjoyment, writing, and thinking. These groups are not merely vote-seeking entities, but educated us on issues ranging from local village concerns to national policies. Through these small groups, we understood for the first time the importance of women's ideas and contributions. On the NPP stage, speeches were given that resonated with everyone and offered valuable lessons, a first in our experience. We, for the first time, recognized that happiness itself is a political issue. It is for the first time in our lives we attend political gatherings with our children. We discovered how narratives on the economy, society, and culture, previously beyond our comprehension, are pertinent to our lives. My dear sisters, it is teachers who impart knowledge in universities and schools. It is they who enlighten us about nature, agriculture, and our environment. Mothers give birth, yet those who are childless or choose not to have children embody motherhood in different ways. It is our sisters who represent us in Parliament. Among us here today are those very sisters. That represents the kind of politics we believe in. My dear sisters, isn't 2024 a pivotal year for our nation? We women are no longer mere pawns. Our intelligence extends far beyond simple games. We can no longer be easily fooled. In Sri Lankan politics, we have emerged as the largest and most influential group. We organize, we discuss, we argue, we engage in debates over disagreements. Yet we always come back together, united in sisterhood. Yes, we are emotional, and that is our form of politics. That is our strength. We will persist in this struggle, and we will undoubtedly achieve victory, my sisters. May victory be with the NPP.